Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures. And you know what? While my heart shall always belong to the lizards, for many years I've always had a soft spot for well-made demons. And well-sculpted demons, I might want to add to that. And when it comes to really well-sculpted models, I really cannot ever stop recommending Bestiarum Miniatures stuff. The team that they've got at this point knows their stuff. While the aesthetic that they have sometimes may not be something that I can find a good use for game-wise, or it may just be too disturbing for my own personal tastes, there is no denying that they've got a lot of creative and cohesive vision guiding them. And so their most recent release of their Hellfiends, I was like, these guys are okay. They're just little cannon fodder guys, and they're great for, whatever assorted games might have need of some twisted, messed up... Does he only have one eye? It looks like his horn's kind of growing out of where the eye should be. He's wearing, like, rags and stuff. But the sculpts on these guys are really, really nice, even if my cleanup job may not be the best. They've got that look of typical red demons. Well, that one has more of a spellcaster look. We have a more warrior type here with axes. Because why not, right? But that's not really what I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to really talk about is not this guy either. And this is one of the Hellfiend Ascendants. He's kind of like the boss man. And I do like the fact that all these figures can actually stand on their own if you don't want to use the bases included. They all have nice little custom bases. And what's kind of neat about this one is the way it all kind of integrates together there. He is missing his arm at the moment because I didn't bother to attach it, and I'm not really happy about the attachment point. It's just a flat surface for his shield there, so I guess you can position it however you'd like. No, what I actually want to talk about is their Pit Lord model. Now, what's funny about this Hellfiend release was that this was kind of like a bonus additional set of figures, and it had, the typical mounted cavalry guys, I don't know what the juggernauts, that's what I was thinking of. Except the Bestiarum ones are like these giant flaming beetles, and you can see they're pretty standard size, regular human. They'll fit in nicely with just about any kind of gaming lineup of models you use. No, what I want to talk about was their Pit Lord. So this is what really got my attention. We got to have something to go with it, though. So, nice looking base, and one of the things I really love, besides the quality of detail in their models, is just the overall design of the model is really solid. So you can see there we've got 100mm base, good, stable, sturdy spots to attach it. I mean, you can really go with it anywhere. And there's not too many dangly, floaty bits. Yeah, there's plenty of spikes on it, but, I mean, you're going to have to kind of go out of your way to really try to jab and break them off, I think. I've had some issues, and I'm not going to name names, because I don't like to talk bad and degrade other people when I'm not doing anything myself in that regard. But I've had some models that were just too everywhere all at once with everything. And, it was just constantly prone to breaking. And I'm not a fan of that at all. I like that this model seems a lot more sturdy from a gameplay perspective. The fact that, everything is pretty much, you can just kind of give it a good dry fit to pose. Nice and armored. Good details as always. Some big honkin' weapons. I do like the fact that the chains for these blades are actually having contact with the axe as well. So it's just another way to make things a little bit more easy and sturdy. Appreciate how the shoulder pads are going to cover up the resin drainage holes. And then we have some nice tattered wings. Oh, and a tail. Don't forget the tail. So let me put it together for you real fast. Show you how it looks. Alright, once all is said and done, let's get that base back. And we got a nice, solid bad boy in front of us. One of the things, like I was saying, is I really like that this model has a nice sense of center of gravity, and I was going to have him joined by one of my favorite friends right here, along with all of the curious onlookers over there. But honestly, you can see it's a good-sized figure. I think I fit it on 2 plates on my Anycube, whatever, the Mono X, whoever makes that. It took me 2 build plates to get all the parts on there, but I mean, honestly, this versus this, in terms of pricing, I'm going to go with this. And honestly, at this point, I feel like our Pit Lord here is a bit of a better sculpt, and I really like Scarbrand, but anyway, that's beside the point. Like I said, really solid. He's stable. He's not glued on or anything. But it just has a lot of presence, and I like the way that a lot of the contact points are actually masked with the armor. So like we have the armor plates and straps here on the wings to kind of hide that spot. We've got the bandages all over the tail to hide where that connected. And again, he's got some presence to him. Especially when we zoom in. Really nice details, as is always the case with Bestiarum stuff. When you get some humans involved there, you can see it is quite a large model. It is on a 100mm base. But then again, you know, Bestiarum's made all kinds of big, crazy stuff in the past. Why would this be any different? It's just, again, to me, really solid design here. And if you're in the mood for these types of models, which I always am, and I'm more likely to paint these types of models, and since I can't ever get my hands on a reasonably priced Angron, this is a great alternative. So if you haven't had a chance to check out Bestiarum stuff, by all means, I wholeheartedly recommend that you do, because they got some cool looking figures. So with that said, then, you can check out that link below, and this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.